Who is Benjamin Erickson, and why don't the records match the headlines? I'm Ethan. Maya will ground the human and systemic fallout. Leo will push the forensic and sourced skepticism. Tonight, identity gaps, ballistics, and a campus demanding answers. Urgent, unresolved, inconsequential. We're opening with a mismatch. Official briefings and live reporting name a 24-year-old person of interest tied to Brown's campus, while the packet I reviewed contains no substantive articles about the name Benjamin Erickson. That contradiction matters.
Look, names aside, what we saw on the ground, students locked down for hours, finals canceled, a community in a park leaning on one another, shows harm beyond headlines. The focus must be on systems that let someone travel across states and strike a campus.
Hold on. I'm not disputing the trauma, but we have to be precise. CNN sources pointed to a LinkedIn profile saying this man served in the Army and may have ties to Arlington honors units. Jumping to motive or structural failure before evidence is risky.
Factually, law enforcement took a person into custody at a Coventry hotel at about 3:30 a.m. 2 handguns were recovered, a revolver and a Glock with a laser sight, and investigators are trying to match shell casings and DNA to those weapons.
And that's exactly where urgency meets accountability. Matching ballistics and DNA is critical, yes. But so is asking why someone with military firearms training allegedly traveled from Wisconsin to a campus and whether warning signs were missed.
We should also question how much we trust raw social media threads and unconfirmed LinkedIn claims. Authorities have not filed charges. The mayor emphasized caution to avoid errors. Due process protects everyone, even in moments of public pressure.
To be clear, 2 students were killed and 9 were wounded. Officials report most are stable. 1 was critical but stabilized. That's the human toll we cannot ignore as we parse the technical and legal developments.
Those numbers demand answers beyond arrest updates. We need transparency on how the suspect obtained firearms across state lines, any online leakage of intent, and what preventive interventions, mental health, vet, outreach, campus safety failed.
I agree with asking questions, but let's not conflate correlation with causation. Military service doesn't automatically explain violent acts. Media narratives that imply a simple cause risk obscuring personal responsibility and muddying investigations.
There are real evidence gaps, spelling and identity inconsistencies, cross reports, an absence of corroborating background articles in the packet we reviewed, and, importantly, forensic links investigators are still building.
And while investigators build that forensic case, communities shouldn't be left in the dark. Officials can and should explain steps they're taking: chain of custody for weapons, search of devices, outreach to affected students, and policies to prevent repeat harms.
Practical note: lowering flags in a visible, reassuring security posture matter to people right now. But let's avoid theater. True accountability will come from careful prosecutions and clear evidence, not just headlines or hashtags.
We also hit a reporting blind spot. One of our supplied transcripts was empty, and the collected packet contained no substantive articles on Benjamin Erickson. That lack of documentation is itself a story thread we will keep following.
If this is about systemic failures, cross-state access to weapons, missed warning signs among veterans, rushed campus scheduling, then those are the reforms to press. For now, even as investigators do their work.
And if we're pressing for reform, let's insist on accurate sourcing, verify profiles, confirm deployments, and resist letting speculative online narratives harden into accepted truth before courts and records weigh in.
We'll keep tracking the forensic updates, any official corrections on identity, and the community response. Next episode, the evidence investigators say they have, and the documents we need to evaluate those claims. Stay with us.